My name is Nitesh. Shet. I am from Manavara. So last class we discussed about a topic from 8th standard, that is cube and cube roots. In cube and cube roots we already discussed about perfect cubes and cube root through prime factorization. So we know that one. So here we have to know about the next concept, that is cube root. Cube root. Yes. So we already know that square and square roots. That means when we have n is equal to m square, then m is square root of n is equal to m. That means this m is the cube root of n. We know that one. So likewise, so we have a cube and cube root, that is when we have n is equal to m cube, then cube root of n, that means cube root. So here we have, it's a symbolic representation of cube root, that is inside that one we have to write the perfect cube. Inside that one we have to write the perfect cube. So it is cube root. Here it is a square root. There is no any number here, means it is square root. When we have 3 here, it's a cube root. When we have 4 here, it's a fourth root. When we have a 5 here, fifth root. Likewise we have to take, here it is a cube root of n is equal to m. Here m is the cube root of n. M is the cube root of n. So likewise we have to take the definition of cube root. That is, if n and m are any two numbers such that n is equal to m cube, then m is equal to cube root of n, where m is the cube root of n here. M is the cube root of n here. So we know that one. That is, here 1 cube is equal to 1. So this implies 1 is equal to cube root of 1. So you can take also 2 cube is equal to 8. That means here cube root of 8, or we can take like that here. Here we have to transpose cube to the RHS side, it becomes 2 is equal to cube root of 8. Likewise it is continuous, 3 cube, 4 cube, like that. So we have to take the cube root of that perfect cube, we get the cube root of that perfect cube here. So this is the definition of cube root. So likewise square and square root, here it is cube and cube roots here. So likewise we already know that one, the finding the square root through prime factorization. Here also we have to take the finding the cube root through prime factorization. That's cube root through prime factorization. Cube root through prime factorization. Cube root through prime factorization here. Yes. So also we know about prime factorization, that is we have to divide with the prime numbers. So whatever the perfect cube we have, whatever the perfect square we have, so we have to take the prime numbers and then we have to divide continuously. So we have to write the perfect cube or perfect square in the form of the multiplication of all those possible prime numbers, and then we have to group into some product of some groups. So we have to group all the prime numbers, then we have to take the perfect cube and the cube root of those numbers. So let us take, firstly I will take 2 and 6, that is 2 and So let us take that one, 216. So firstly we can divide with 3 also, we can divide with 2 also. So those two are possible. So initially it is a even number, so that's why we can divide with the 2. Yes, 2 into 1 and 0 and 2 into 8. Then 2 into 5, then 2 into 4, then 2 into 2, 1 remains, 2 into 7, that's 3, we can take 3 here, 3 into 9, don't take 9, if you take 9, it becomes only 2 factors we are there, 9 and 3, like that, don't take like that, so you have to use the prime factors here, 3 into 3 and 3 into 1. So then we have to write it in the form of multiplication of all these factors. Here 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. 3 into 3 into 3. So that means here we have to make out 3 groups, 3 different groups here. Sorry, 3 identical groups. So we have to make 3 identical groups here. So here there are 3 2's are there, here 3 3's are there. So that's why 1 2 and 1 3 make one group. So that's why 2 into 3 we have to divide that one. So 2 into 3 and 2 into 3 is equal to 6 into 6 into 6 is equal to 6 cube. 2 and 6 is equal to 6 cube. So I will transpose cube to the LHS side, becomes cube root of 2 and 6 is equal to 16. So whatever the number we have, so you have to take the prime factorization like this, and then you have to take the multiplier, the product of all the prime factors here. Then you have to group into 3 groups. You have to make out 3 identical groups, and then we have to take it in the form of the multiplication of 3 numbers. Then we have to take the cube root of that number using prime factorization method. So we got the cube root from the prime factorization method here. Yes. So this is the one of the method you can use to calculate the cube root, whatever the number. So using prime factorization, prime factors, you have to find out the cube root of that number here. So let us take another one example here. This is the second problem. So 512. So take the same procedure here. So you have to divide with the continuously, you have to divide with the prime factors. So 512. Let us take 512. Yes. Firstly, here it is a even number, so that's why we have to divide with the 2. So 2 into 2, and 1 remains, 2 into 5 and 2 into 6, 256, and then 2 into 1, 2 into 2, and 1 remains, 2 into 8. Again it is a even number, so 2 into 6 and 2 into 4, and 2 into 3 and 2 into 2, 32 into 2, so 64. Then 2 into 1, 1 remains, 2 into 6, then 2 into 8, then 2 into 4, then 2 into 2, then finally 2 into 1. So here we have to take here completely it's the product of 2 only. So let us write here in the form of product of prime numbers, that is 512 is equal to, how many 2's are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 2's are there, 2 into 2, 2 into 2, 2 into 2, then 2 into 2 and 3. So here we have to make out 3 groups here. There are 9 2's are there, means we have to group 3. Yes, like this. Here it becomes 2 into 2 4, 4 into 2 8. Here also 8, here it is also 8. That is 8 into 8 into 8 is equal to 512. 512 is equal to 8 cube. Then cube root of 512 is equal to 8 here. Yes, we got the answer with the help of prime factorization method. Yes, this is the step of prime factorization method. So you can take the prime factorization method. So from prime factorization method we can easily find out the cube root here. So let us move on to the next topic. So apart from this method, prime factorization method, there is one method is there. If it is perfect cube, when it is perfect cube, then only we can find out that cube root of that number. So let us know about that step here. So that one is a cube root of a cube number. So for that we have to know about at least 10 cube numbers. So at least 10 cube numbers and cube root of that one. So you have to know that one initially. So that one is the cube of a cube number. Cube of a cube number. Cube of a cube number. Yes. So firstly here I will write the steps and here I will write the method. So here I will take the number here. So firstly we have to know the number. What is the number? What is the cube number we have? So we have to know that initially. That one is the 17576. Yes. So here it's a huge number. It's a big number. So also it is a perfect cube. We know that it's a perfect cube only. So that's why we can easily find out the cube root here. Cube root of this number. So firstly what we have to do, so we already know that in the square root of finding square root through division, long division method. So in that, so we have to make a group of 2 digits. Starting from the unit digit, we have to make out group from the 2 digits. Here what we have to do, so here we have to make out the group of 3 digits from starting from the unit digit. So the first step is make a group of 3 digits from starting from the unit digit or rightmost digit Rightmost digit means it's a unit digit only. So from the rightmost digit we have to take the bars or we have to take the group. So you can make out a bracket, you can take the bracket also, or you can make out the bars also. Here like that. So here it is only 2 possible. There is no any other term. You can put 0, then it becomes the 3 digits. No problem. Here I will take the only 1 digit. For the only 2 digits here. So this is the first step. So let us take the second step. So you have to find out the possible unit digit of cube number. That is, take the possibility of unit digit of cube number. Unit digit of cube number. Yes, I think you know that one. That is when we calculate the cube of some numbers. 1 cube is equal to 1. So that means when we have the unit digit, for example 51 we have, after taking the cube, unit digit must be 1 only. And when we have 52, so that means after taking the cube, 2 cube is equal to 8. After taking the cube, we have the unit digit as 8 only. So we can get the 8 only the possibility. Then 3 cube is equal to 27. 53 cube, the possible ending digit is 7. 4 cube is equal to 64. Then 4 only. 5 cube is equal to 125. 5 only. 6 cube is equal to 2 and 6. 6 only. So likewise it is continuous. 8 cube is 2 only. So 7 cube, 3 is the possible ending digit, like that. Then when we have the 9 in the unit digit, so after that we get 9 only. So likewise we have 10 cube means after that 0 only we have. So 0 is the possible ending digit of that cube number. So likewise here also the vice versa condition, that is, so when we have a cube number ending with 6 means the cube root is 6 only. When we have a cube number having ending digit 2 means the possible ending digit in cube number, the cube root is 8 only. So likewise we have, so that's why we have to know about at least 10 cube numbers for this purpose. So that means here just observe, here it is 6 is there. Here 6 is the ending digit. So that means it's a cube number. It's a cube number means the possible ending digit in cube root is 6 only. So we can take 6 here. No problem. So here firstly we have to write the standard way, that is cube root of 17576 is equal to 6 is the ending digit. Yes. So after that what you have to do, you have to completely neglect these 3 numbers. We don't want that those 3 numbers here. So there, here 57 we have to neglect. We want only the possible digit. That what is the possible digit? The ending digit only we have to observe it. So then, so let us take the third. Yes. So let us take the third step or the last step here. So here the 576 that is completed. So then here we have to neglect 57. So that part is already completed here. So the whole bar, this one is completed. Here we have to take the other bar. So here we have to know that. So 17 is lying between what are the two possible perfect squares? Sorry, perfect cubes. So 17 is lying between some other two perfect cubes. So we have to find that one. So what are the possible perfect cube we have? So then we have to know that one. And here just observe it is 17. One cube is equal to 1. 2 cube is equal to 8. 3 cube is equal to 27. That means it lying between 2 cube and the 3 cube here. So that means here we have to know. Take the other bars, take the other group, and find out the possible perfect cube. Perfect cubes, or consecutive perfect cubes. Possible consecutive perfect cubes. Perfect cubes that the number is lies in between those perfect cubes. Those perfect cubes. That means here the 17 is there. 17 is lying between some two possible continuous or consecutive cube number. That means 17 is there. 17 is lying between 8 and the 27. So the 8 is a 2 cube and 27 is the 3 cube. So that means here what we have to do is, so we have to take the smallest number, smallest cube root. So we have to take the smallest cube root as the first number, the leftmost number here. So that means here it is 2 is the smallest number, that's why we have to insert 2 here. So that means here cube root of 17576 is equal to 26. Then we have to take the fourth step. Here I will write the fourth step is take the smallest cube root of possible consecutive perfect cubes as the 10th place of cube root of cube number. Yes. So that means here we have to take the smallest cube root. What is the smallest cube root? So here 8. So 17 is lies between 8 and 27. So that's why 8 is the smallest cube number here. In between the 17 is lies between those two numbers. In that 8 is the smallest. So here when we take the cube root as that one, so we have 2 is the smallest cube root of possible consecutive perfect cubes. We are taken in between the 17. So here this 2 is there. So here we have to take 2 here. So when here we have to take 2 here. So it is the 10th place of that cube root of a cube number. So here we discussed about this cube root of a cube number. We can find out the cube root of any cube number in a quick succession of time when you are knowing that all the perfect cube from 1 to 10. So when you know that one, you can easily find out that one. So what are the possible digits it is possible? So you have to know that one, and also you have to know 1 to 10, so that we have to take the possible perfect cube, the possible consecutive perfect cube, that other group is lies in between those two perfect cubes here. So this is about the cube root. Here we discussed about what is meant by cube root and cube root through prime factorization. Also we discussed about cube root of a cube number. So it's a very easiest method to find out the cube root. So in examination you have to aware of which method you asked for. So if it is in the prime factorization method, you have to follow the prime factorization method. Don't follow this method. And when you have to find out the cube root of a cube number, that means so you have to guess. In that time you have to guess means in that for type means type of multiple choice question. In multiple choice question you have to find out the cube root of that number means you can take this method. In case of when you have to find out cube root having some marks, that means 2 marks is there, 3 marks is there, that means then you have to find the cube root from the prime factorization method. Also you can verify using this method whether it is correct or not. You can verify from this method also. This method also you can verify from the prime factorization method. So I hope you understood that one. Also you are enjoying this chapter. So here I am concluding this chapter here only. So those who are watching this video for the first time, please subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. You can get the notification of our channel very easily. So also hit the like button. Thank you one and all. Be safe and stay home. Thank you.